When we go back to the instruction manual to see that God expresses his intent, his purpose, it says in Exodus 36, and every wise-hearted man among them that wrought the work of the tabernacle made 10 curtains of fine twined linen, and blue and purple and scarlet, with cherubims of cunning work made he them. God created and called people who were gifted as artisans, as craftsmen, to be able to create the sanctuary. But the fact that he is laying out these instructions, it shows that he was not random, but instead he was intentional. It shows that he wasn't just trying to make up something on the fly, but he was trying to communicate and express a purpose. This is evidence that we're not just random or evolved organisms, but we were created, and that creation is expressed in our design, because the design is going to be guided by purpose. It's why I love going back to Exodus chapter 25 even, and in verse number 9, when this whole idea of the tabernacle is introduced. The Bible says that God says, according to all that I showed thee, after the pattern of the tabernacle and the pattern of all the instruments thereof, even so shall ye make it. There it is. Pattern, because there's purpose. That's why it goes right in the face of evolution and right to the promise of intent. You have a purpose because you were built after a pattern. We're designed after an original. And it's in connection or our proximity to that original that allows us to find fulfillment. The further we are and the farther we are from the original, we get away from that purpose. We get away from that intent. So if you look at one more verse there back in chapter 25, he said it even again, where he reminds of all the things that are being designed and all the things that are being created. Look that thou make them after their pattern, which was showed thee in the mount. Now, this is exciting because the fact that God is not asking for Moses to come up with something on a whim, it shows him that you don't even have to reinvent the wheel. Just turn the direction I told you. Just spin what I've given you. We oftentimes will spend all of our lives spinning our wheels, where if we get connected to the source, if we get closer to our Creator, he will inform us. Our purpose will be illuminated because we see the promise in our Maker, the promise in the one who started. Salvation draws us back to the source of our salvation. Salvation and creation happen at two different times, but in reality, they're really the same event. So we don't have any control of how we came into this world. But when we are saved and when we accept Christ, now we have all called. Now, I shouldn't say all called, man. But now, in salvation, it's totally up to us whether or not we want to live or leave our purpose.